Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sketch by Sketch. Today I'm going to be coloring this picture that I drew at the grade Showman with Copic markers, and I did this piece digitally. I drew it there and then I printed it out on some paper after I did the liner. So I am super excited to do this. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I color with my Copic markers. This is not a really in detail tutorial. I don't have a lot of steps, it's really simple. But I always like the end result. So I'm going to start out with my lightest shade that I'm going to use, E00. I don't remember what that one's called. But I'm not going to go in and lay a big flat color. I leave a lot of the paper white actually, and that's where my highlights are going to be. And by the end of this video, yes, the whole paper is going to be covered in ink, but for right now I'm just going in with a little bit of this color and popping in where my shadows are going to be and leaving the highlights white. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here, and I'm going to stop and get back with you as soon as I'm done laying in my flat color. Alright, so next I'm going in with my E11. This one is about empty, so hopefully I can make it through without refilling. And I'm just going to go in and reinforce that shadow, still not covering those white spaces on the paper. And I'm just making it a darker and a deeper shadow, and I'm being really careful where I lay this, and I'm not being sloppy with it because this is going to be one of the main colors and I need it to look really crisp and clean and nice, being very careful of the edges. And again, like I did before, I'm going to be back in a second. I do need to refill this marker. I was hoping that I'd be able to get through without refilling, but I think I'm going to have to stop and do that. Alright, and here is a time lapse of me finishing up that step and adding in some darker shadows. Alright, and as you can see there, I added another darker color, and I'm just going in and blending all that stuff together with my lightest tone again. Alright, so here, as you noticed, I still have some of those white spaces that are highlighted, and I was thinking maybe that's like the spotlight coming down on her from above, more like above right. So I took my colorless blender, and I picked a yellow color that was pretty light already, and I just put the tips of the markers together and transferred some of the ink to that colorless blender. I wasn't for sure how this was going to work because I've never done it before, but I feel like it worked pretty nice, and I got just a piece of paper here that I was blotting some of the extra ink because I didn't want this to be too bright, and just putting that in there. I think it turned out pretty nice in the end. I don't think I knew what I was doing, and I feel like I could do better next time, but I definitely think I got a little bit of the effect that I was going for. so I think that turned out nicely. And here I'm going to start doing the hair. I have quite a few markers here, 4 of them. I'm not totally for sure on what all the colors are, but I usually just go in, pick my lightest tone, and for this I'm going to cover the whole hair instead of what I did with the skin. I'm just going to lay down a flat color of my lightest hair tone, which her hair is pink in the movie. I think it's a wig. It's not actually pink in all the movie, but that's how it is for the scene. Next, I just took the second lightest color and just started popping in some shadows. It's one thing that I need to practice is where I put my shadows, because I feel like I just kind of throw them in there sometimes and I don't really know where they're supposed to go. So that's pretty much what I did. I just put them somewhere just to get them on the page. Not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's usually how I've done it in the past. While doing the hair, I kept it wet the whole time with the marker ink because it was just such a small area, and then the colors just kind of blended themselves together. I didn't have to do a whole lot of blending just because the page was always wet while I was coloring that. Here guys, I just decided to do a time lapse of drawing her outfit because it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm doing the exact same thing I've done on the hair and the skin, just using obviously the different colors and less highlights, just because it's fabric, it's not going to glow as much. And here I'm finishing up her outfit. Wasn't totally for sure how it looked. I should have looked at a reference probably, and I still don't know what it looks like because I've never seen the movie. But here I'm just finishing up my background, adding a little bit of color on her trapeze, and just adding in some details. And I'm going in with my white gel pen right here. I know her costume is not that detailed, but I just thought it'd be a really fun addition. Hey everybody, so I guess we've got to the end of the video. This is the finished piece. I really like the way that it turned out. It's really simple, but I feel like it's very graceful and elegant looking. I really like the way her outfit turned out, and the hair, the skin, I probably could have blended a little bit better, but pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think it's really cute. So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you guys so much. Bye!